Hi there, I'm Sarah Ewan, and this is day 18 of Turn Back Time, nearly a third of the way there. I went to the gym today, not to work out, because I absolutely have no time at the moment. So I walked in, took pictures and walked out. And you could imagine they must have thought, hang on, she hasn't been here for weeks. And then she stays 5 minutes and leaves. But I went so I could show you how much difference there is in my body already. Not even 3 weeks into this plan. So that's the pictures you can see on the screen here. Day 1 at the top, and at the bottom, the exact same clothes, same place, but taken today. The difference has made my morning. It's not in any way perfect yet, but it's a huge difference all over. I'm not showing you these pictures to brag, but to spur you on. If I can do it, anyone can. Also this morning, I was feeding my resident squirrel population. You might have seen them behind me sometimes running around in the trees, 15 of them. And then I heard my chickens and my guinea fowl start screaming in warning. And I was way down the end of the property, and I automatically dropped everything and set off at a run. And there are coyotes, bobcats, panthers and racoons all around here. So I was pounding up the hill, praying I'd get there before any of them was snatched. And then I arrived in time, but realizing I wasn't even out of breath. Almost 3 weeks ago, I would never have run that far, that fast, uphill, without panting like crazy. So that replaced my gym session today. And you know what else happened this morning? I lost a whole pound in weight overnight. I weighed in at exactly 186.6 pounds. The stall is over. I drank and drank all day yesterday. I ate and ate to hit my 11 blocks. My hunger gene has truly switched off, so I just have to eat every 2 to 3 hours to make sure I get it all in and well spaced. I slept 10:30, lights out, and I woke a whole pound lighter. So it just goes to show that this whole thing is within our control. We simply have to do what's right for our body, and we can take off the fat as easily as if we're just scraping it off. It's a good idea, if you can, to put the whole family on the diet. This means that you can clear out the fridge of bad foods completely and cook just one meal for all, rather than becoming Joe Lyon's Cafe, as my mother used to call it. I'm sure you're fast seeing the need for everyone in the family to eat in perfect balance, to safeguard their health, especially your children and your teenagers. New research lately has shown that Alzheimer's is something that starts about 10 to 15 years before any symptoms show at all, and it's influenced by acidic food. There's one particular link between Alzheimer's, insulin release, and a bad diet, which may be interesting to you. It was to me. To start with, doctors have seen that diabetes and Alzheimer's are often comorbid. This means that they appear together. Over 80% of Alzheimer's patients have diabetes. A major factor in developing Alzheimer's is amyloid plaques that build up in the brain. Amyloid B is secreted by the body to deal with excess glucose in the body. If you continually spike your blood sugar by a high carb intake, amyloid B plaques cluster together and build up in the brain. Students at one US university fed mice sugar water rather than just drinking water, and saw a huge increase in amyloid deposits in the brains of the mice who drank the sweetened water. According to a recent study, women over 50 with a waist size of more than 34 inches were 39% more likely to develop Alzheimer's within 15 years. So you may not just be shrinking your body with this diet, but saving your brain. This diet certainly reduces aging of the skin, and we'll talk more about that in the next podcast. But did you know it can also reverse aging of the brain? The University of Cambridge did a study and found that the brains of overweight people look 10 years older than their normal weight counterparts. They also had 4% less brain volume, and it got worse as the person got fatter. Obese people had 8% less brain volume, and the brain looked 16 years older. Basically, the white matter in the brain shrinks. White matter is the part of the brain that processes information and communication. They're the nerve fibres. It makes up half the brain. If you lose it, you have problems with thinking and problem solving. The jury is out on whether white matter can be regenerated. The medical profession calls it white matter disease, but nutritionists say you can heal it with vegetables, grains and olive oil and exercise. It can't harm, can it? I must admit I've been very clear of thought since I started this, and just knowing that I'm now under that danger zone of a 34-inch waist makes me feel a lot calmer. The more I research, the more I realise it is essential that we take our body back to its essential lean form. That's the only place where it functions perfectly. And as we get older, if we want to see our grandchildren grow up, we really need to start taking care of ourselves after years, perhaps, of taking care of everyone else. I hope this is intriguing you, even if you haven't started yet. It's intriguing me. Let's see what we can explore tomorrow. Bye.